Hello YouTubers and welcome to another Doctor Who action figure review. This time I'm going to do something different and not do a review of a action figure that was produced by Character Options. This time I'm going to have a look at this Cyberman, which was made exclusively by Product Enterprises. Now this Cyberman, well, Product Enterprises made three different types of the Cybermen from the 80s, and these three Cybermen are obviously this one, which I believe may be from Earthshock or Attack of the Cybermen, one of the two, and also there's a Cyber Scout, which is just a black one basically, and a Cyber Leader, which is all shiny and looks like it's from Silver Nemesis. So, like my previous review I did a while ago, which was of the Corgi 5-piece collector's set, I'm doing something different, which goes back in time. This was obviously released before the Character Options action figure line came into use, but anyway, if you want to check out my other review I did about the Corgi 5-piece collector set, then click on the link below. So now let's start the review and take a look at the detail, starting with the head. So the head is okay. It does look a bit huge, but that's my opinion anyway, and the eyes could have been a bit better. They could have had the mesh like they usually do, but I like this part here around the top of the head and these parts. It's very nicely detailed, and the mouth looks okay as well, and all this plastic here as well. It's very nice, and you have these bolts on the neck, and it's different on each side, as you can see, and look, that looks pretty good. And on the chest it has this thing here, and it has a voice. So let me show you what it can do. And I think that's just about it. You may make it out. The batteries are quite old, they're dying now. This is supposed to say excellent and all that stuff what the 80s Mondasian Cybermen said. So coming off the chest plate, you've got this pipe, and it goes all the way to the back, and you've got more pipes down here, and it's all glued on. It's not separate, unlike the Character Options version of the Cyberman. And going down, we've got all these wiring going down the legs, and I forgot to mention there's all these lines here. That looks pretty good, and you've got that netting there as well, and the netting on the arm too. And going down, you've got all the creases, which makes it lifelike, and he's got his shoes. So I do take it that it is from Attack of the Cybermen. Yeah, I can't talk again. Attack of the Cybermen, because in Earthshock they just wore boots, and later on they just wore proper shoes. So if we take a look at the back, that's what the back looks like, and you can see here that's where the sound of the voice comes from. So you might just be able to hear it more. One thing I must criticise is the back of the head, because it should have, I think it's supposed to have at least 2 screws here and here, which is a bit of a pain, but there you go. And the back here looks okay, and you've obviously got more of these patterns going down the legs. So overall, the detail is not bad. I'd say it's a lot better than the Corgi version what I reviewed in the 5-piece collector set. If we just compare the two together, you can see he's like ginormous compared to that one there. The height of this, I think, is about 7.5 inches tall. I think he's just around the same size as the werewolf action figure. So you could put him next to the werewolf. He's just about the same size, if not a little bit taller. So we just like compare the back. You may remember I mentioned that on this Cyberman, I don't remember this thing on the back here, and if we look at this one, we can see it is definitely not on the back at all. So basically this one is even less detailed than the Product Enterprises version, but this is also not the best because I feel like the head is a bit too wide. It could be a little bit more thinner, but other than that, it's okay. So now we'll just have to take a look at the articulation. Sorry about the camera work, folks, but this is a really big figure that's just dropped down on this now. Right, so this is hard work. So if we just take a look at the articulation, the head does not move, but the arms are ball jointed, and you can move them around, which is great. And the arm does the same thing. There is articulation at the waist as well, so that looks good, and there's no articulation at the legs, so it stays like that for pretty much all the time. I believe that with this I had a cyber gun, but unfortunately I seem to have misplaced that. I'm sorry about that. I really wanted to show you the Cyberman with the gun because it kind of looks weird without the gun, but I've tried finding it. I've been searching, delving my shelves to find it, and nothing. But if I ever found it, then I'll show you this figure again with the gun. If you want to know what the gun looks like, then take a look at my character options version. So now we'll have all 3 types of Cybermen, all 3 types of 80s Cybermen that I have. Personally, I prefer this one. This one is the king of all, in my opinion. It's one of the best figures made by Character Options, and if I had to choose the Product Enterprises one, the Corgi one, or the Character Options one, then I would definitely go for the Character Options one, because it is more detailed, it is more articulated, and it's one of my favourites. So I hope you found this review of the Product Enterprises Cybermen informative. Thank you very much for watching.